Welcome to Money Matters. Today I want to talk to you about buying property into a company. Most people think this is really complicated, so they don't do it and they buy property into their personal name. Now, having the house that you live in your personal name, that's fine, but having investment property in your personal name isn't really that great. So the reasons why I like buying into a company: number one, it's very easy and simple to do. You open your company on Companies House, your company needs a bank account, and then when you go and offer on a property, instead of offering and giving your personal details, you tell them the company's details. And then you get the finance for the property through the company. Very simple and straightforward. The second reason why I like this is because it cuts out Section 24. So as a landlord, if you own property in your personal name, you will get hit by the Section 24 taxes. If you've got a company, it doesn't apply to companies. So straight away, you have a saving there. Now, the third reason why I like buying property into a company is because, like most of you, I've got my own house, my car, I've got my children, so I've got my assets to protect and my life to protect. So if something happened to my investment property, I wouldn't want it to affect my family home or what I can give to my children. So if I bought property in my personal name, it would affect, if something happened, they might come and want my family home, or it might affect, my children and what money I've got. If I buy it into the company, I'm ring fencing it in the company, so it won't impact if something does happen, or if for some reason, I can't pay the mortgages for them properties. It's ring fenced in the company, so it protects me personally. So I desperately believe that everybody should buy property into a company, and I think it's the most tax efficient and simple thing to do, and it will save you time. One of the other reasons is I've got a full-time job. I love my job. I would never give it up, and I do property on the side, ready to give me more money to live now and also more money for the future. So I'm a 40% taxpayer. Probably a bit more, but I don't like to look. So buying property into a company means my company's making the money and means I'm personally not hit with that tax. I've now got money in my company to do with what I want with. So what I tend to do is buy more properties from that money, which means, again, that money's not hit by any tax because I can just keep it in the company and buy more. Also, if I want to take money out of the company, I can take it out with a salary, dividends, I can claim mileage, and I can do all that through a company, which I can't do when I've got it personally. But the main things you need to remember, and what trip people up, is it doesn't matter what your company's called. You can go on Companies House and change it any time. I know people that stop them from opening companies because they can't decide what it's called. Just open A Property Limited or something, buy it in. The second thing you need to do is you need to make sure you've got insurance for your company. So you want professional indemnity insurance, and you want to speak to a good insurance broker who will tell you what you need for your company, again looking after your company and you as director. And then the third thing you definitely need when you open a company is a good bank account. I've had very bad experiences with some business banks who aren't helpful and not helpful when you're wanting to do things. I tend to go for metro banks these days because I think they're great. You can get hold of them all the time, and they give you an account manager even if it's your very first business and you've got no money in it. You get someone that looks after you, which I think is phenomenal. But check out your banks and make sure you get a good bank account. The main thing, it's easy to access and easy to take screenshots of when you're sending things around. The other thing that I would recommend is you get a really, really good accountant. Now, for this person, they need to have experience in property and understand how it works and all the tax benefits and rules that you need to play when doing property. So I always ask my accountant, have you got property? And always ask to speak to one of their other clients to make sure they're giving a good service, because the last thing you want to do is be chasing your accountant. So with my accountant, I pay my accountant about £100 a month for my business. They do all my accounts and they give me monthly management account reports so I can keep up to date on how my properties are performing and what cash I've got in the business. This is all very important when you're buying property because you want to make sure the property is performing like it should.